I know, the lighting is lousy, the acoustics suck. I'm filming where I can, when I can. That's how it is. So, I've spent the past bunch of days giving myself a nostalgia bomb, and it's not as easy as you think, because you're throwing it up in the air, you're trying to catch it, it's kind of small. But I stumbled into a bunch of pictures of myself playing at Skyball and at the Knoxville Indoor with the cast on. I went, wait a minute. That's one story I haven't told you guys yet. I haven't told you about the cast. I'll get into the actual nitty-gritty of playing in these tournaments another time, because the actual getting of the cast, that's a story unto itself. And I suppose it really begins with the, well, how did you get a cast in your arm in the first place? Well, it was a snowboarding accident. Take the jump, it's cool. Okay. And then on the way down, flat lighting, ice conditions, absolutely nothing soft to land in. It was a train wreck, let's just put it that way. I don't know if y'all can see it, but right over there, that's what's the remnants of it. 4 pins, 4 screws, and 2 plates. And if you rub your wrist, don't actually do this, it would freak me out. But if you rub your finger right along here, you can actually feel the plate. So they had to do some surgery in there, they had to rebuild my wrist almost completely, and then afterwards they put a cast on it. And I said to the doctor, look, there's these 2 paintball tournaments that I am going to. The money is spent. Hell or high water, I'm going to be there, whether I have a cast on or not. You can't stop me. The doctor thinks about it for a minute and says, okay, I'll tell you what, with about a couple weeks to go before the tournament, come back, we'll talk. So about 2 weeks before the Knoxville tournament, I go back there, he takes a look at it and says, okay, yeah, it's mostly healed up, but I don't feel comfortable with you going to the tournament the way that it is. I'm going to recast it, I'm going to put a waterproof cast on there, so if it gets hit, you can just wash it right off, everything will be fine. Yeah, but Doc, how am I supposed to hold the gun if I got this big bump over my hand over here? Is there anything you can do about that? And he says, okay, I'll tell you what, I've molded these things around some pretty strange stuff. Bring the paintball gun in with you when you get it remolded and we'll see what we can do. Let me put this into a little perspective. This is 2002, early 2002. We're still on high alert from 9/11. There's National Guard people inside of every airport all over the country. Matter of fact, this is when I got a good look down somebody's barrel. And the doctor just asked me to bring a gun into the hospital. Okay, how do I do this? My first thought, oh, I'm going to be using the stroker for the entire time. I'll just bring the case out. Oh, wait, no, I'm in Wisconsin. Everybody in Wisconsin knows what a gun case looks like. Bad idea. And it's a Palmer Pursuit gun. It's all one piece. You can't just take the barrel off of it. Can't disassemble it any further than what it is. It's a done gun. Okay, so I kind of figured I'll throw caution to the wind. I put a towel around it. I put it into a backpack, covered it up, and just walked right in. And the dumb thing was, nobody even raised an eyebrow. I also showed up wearing the actual jersey that I was going to be playing in, because what I figured was, you know, I gotta wear this thing anyhow, so okay, here I am, here's everything, here's what I want to do. And the cast tech, the guy who's actually going to do it, looked at him and went, yeah, we've done worse. Yeah, apparently a couple months beforehand, just before bow season, some dude broke his wrist, so he brought his entire freaking compound bow in so he can get it molded around his cast. I didn't feel that bad after that. Okay, so try to get this picture in your head. I'm laying there on the casting couch, pun definitely intended. Got my wrist completely up at a 90-degree angle. I got one guy wrapping fiberglass around my wrist, from about here up to about here. And it's bright orange too, because I drew a black tiger stripe along it too. It's kind of cool. There's a second guy holding the barrel of my paintball gun. The entire gun is completely wrapped in this thing called stocking net, so that it wouldn't actually, you know, bleed onto the gun. And he's actually holding it by the barrel and pushing it into the cast as it's drying, so it leaves a big impression right along the palm of the hand. And everybody else who works in the department is looking in the door going, seriously? No way! We want pictures. I also had to solve one other problem with this too, because of the cast, I had no wrist strength. I had nothing to support the gun with. So what I did was I took a couple of pieces of Velcro. One here, one here. Took 2 huge straps, and essentially I strapped the tank of the gun to the bottom of the cast, held it in my hand like this, and I was shooting kind of free-handed, because couldn't really bring it back too much without, yeah, it was just kind of ugly. And how did those tournaments go? I think I'm going to save that one for the next time.